everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you're having a wonderful day on this Friday. Oh, it's already June 5th. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Getting ready for the weekend. Nice weather ahead. We're very excited about that. I know I am. And ready to get outside and, well, I guess do some more yard work and have some fun with the kids this weekend. And yeah, you can't get better temperatures than this weekend. 70s, well, basically 80s both days. So lower 70s on Saturday and 80 on Sunday. So get outside and enjoy yourself. And we've got a busy show today coming up. We'll be getting you updated on the latest headlines here in Fitchburg. We'll talk about a road closure coming up, and I want to make sure you're ready for that. Plus, we'll check in with my friend at the Verona Road Verona Road construction project. Steve Tyson's going to stop by and talk about the closure tonight and the big lane shift coming up, or traffic shift. We'll talk about all of that here in just a little bit of time with him, and then talking with my friends at the Fitchburg Public Library. Oh yeah, Tim and Kristen will be here, and we'll get an update on what's going on at the library as they ramp up for their summer reading. It's summer reading time already. We'll tell you all the details on what you need to know for that. But first, we start with our headlines, and an update from the public health is orders modified to avoid costly legal battle here with Washington, D.C. lawyers retained by Madison Catholic Diocese. Here's what it says. We are making modifications to our existing public health order, on emergency order number 4, which takes an effect immediately. Dane County remains in phase 1 of the Forward Dane Plan. The change was made following a 17-page letter this week from the Washington, D.C. based law firm that was retained by the Catholic Diocese of Madison. This modification means churches that wish to have services can do so up to 25% of their capacity. The previous order put in place to reduce the risk of an outbreak of COVID-19 from occurring where people were allowed churches to have as many services as they wanted, but as they capped it at 50% parishioners per service. Finally, religious worship services will no longer be categorized as a mass gathering. Public Health Madison and Dane County strongly recommends that faith and spiritual organizations continue to provide virtual services as the safest recommended for safe practices there. So certainly we wanted to pass that on. So it came in here early this afternoon, so we wanted to get that out there so you're ready to go. All right, happening tonight, we got to talk about some road closures. That's right, Verona Road will be having a closure, overnight road closure. Oops, let me press the right button there. Overnight closure will be happening on County PD McKee Road traffic at Verona Road. No through movements or left turns are permitted from 10 p.m. tonight through 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Yeah, this is all ahead of, again, a big traffic shift coming up here for the Verona Road project as they continue to do their work there on McKee Road between Commerce Park Drive and Fitch-Verona Road. So be on the lookout for that there will be a traffic closure here happening tonight. And yeah, it starts again at 10 p.m. and goes till 4 a.m. tomorrow. All right, pop-up drive-through. I don't know if you've ever tried one of these, but these are really cool. And this one is also part of our Badger Prairie Needs Network. So let's get you some details on what this is. Yeah, if you're tired of cooking, you need a break for some fun, then join us at the pop-up drive-through at Wisconsin Brewing Company to support Verona food and drink businesses and the Badger Prairie Needs Network. This is Monday, June 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. featuring North and South Seafood and Smokehouse, GG's Cupcakes of Madison, Driftless Chocolates LLC, and Lake Louis Brewing Company, and of course the Wisconsin Brewing Company's beers as well. So if you're interested in coming out for this event, looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess I should give you the details, huh? You can order online or while you're there, and you can stay safe by never having to get out of your car, and you can make donations to the Badger Prairie Needs Network right there when you do sign up for all of this. So if you're interested in stopping in and helping our friends there at the Wisconsin or helping us at the Verona or the Badger Prairie Needs Network, there's too many Verona stuff here in my news today. We can certainly encourage you to stop in and take advantage of that. All right, so we've heard of another big store closing nationwide, and the Better Business Bureau is here to protect you in case of this happening to you. In the case of what do you do if it's a business closed down? And so if you have yet to receive goods or services from a place you've already paid for, all may not be lost. Better Business Bureau has these tips towards a resolution. Collect the receipts, proof of purchase, and other documents such as warranties and manuals. These materials will help you be prepared for the request for resolution. Check with your bank and credit card used to make the purchases or purchase at the now closed company. You may be able to dispute the transactions due to the failure to receive your goods or services. Credit cards offer more consumer protection than debit cards. So maybe you think when you're making these purchases in the future, use your credit card. Try to contact the company to complete the transaction or resolve the issue. Some closed companies will offer an email, website, phone number to contact them for more information. You can always check with the BBB to see if they have any information on that. And for more information, check in with the BB, Better Business Bureau, News Scams Alert, and more. They've got a lot of resources online there that can help you out and keep you protected. Yeah, very interesting stuff there. We're actually going to talk with Tiffany about this on Monday's show on Talking Fitchburg, so we'll follow up on that. All right, finally, Department of Trade Consumer Protection is promoting the consumer awareness for World Food Safety Day. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And here it says, in recognition of the World Food Safety Day on Sunday, June 7th, Department of Trade Consumer Protection, DATCAP, is reminding consumers to be proactive and practice good food safe handling. During this time, this was created to draw attention to inspire action to prevent, detect, and manage foodborne hazards contributing to food security, human health, economic prosperity, agriculture, tourism, and sustainable development. Each year, they estimated 600 million people, nearly 1 in 10 worldwide, become ill after eating contaminated food, resulting in 420,000 deaths. That's a very big number. To protect consumers with their health and ensure food safety, Department of Consumer Protection encourages you to follow these points. Keep it clean. Wash your hands before and after handling food. Clean and sanitize all surfaces and equipment when you're doing it. Separate raw food from cooked food. Store food in containers. Avoid cross-contamination. Use separate equipment for raw meat, poultry, and cooking seafood. Cook it thoroughly. Bring foods like soups and stews to a boiling temperature. For meat and poultry, make sure you use the thermometer to ensure internal temperatures meet that correct area so you don't get sick. Keep food at a safe temperatures. Do not leave cooked food out in the room for more than 2 hours. And yeah, you don't want to get into that danger zone. We've talked about that on here plenty of times. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, I talk with Steve Tyson, Wisconsin DOT, about the Verona Road project. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
We're exercising at the Fitchburg Senior Center. We do aerobics, balance, strength training, posture. We want you to stay healthy and strong and exercise. Keep on being fit.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Cuando estaba en crianza temporal, nunca sabía cuándo me iba a tener que mudar, así que siempre tenía mi maleta lista. Y un día me adoptaron. Mis nuevos padres me abrieron sus corazones y su hogar. Ellos me cocinan mi desayuno favorito todas las mañanas. Mis padres me llevan a viajes que jamás pensé podría ir. Me dieron un hogar y una mejor excusa para usar esa maleta. Mis padres no son perfectos, pero son perfectos para mí.
Some chores you dread. You do them, but that doesn't mean you're happy about it. Then there's registering with the Selective Service. If you're a young man turning 18, the law says you have to register. It'll keep you eligible for college loans, government jobs, and training, and it only takes 2 minutes, which makes it not only your most important chore, but the easiest. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov or the local post office.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, taking the time out of his very busy schedule, and my only viewer that likes the show. It's Steve Tyson. Steve, how's it going?
Good morning, Jeremy. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream, my friend. Missed not having you on the show for a while. It's been a while, so it's nice to get you on here. Also nice to know that you're still watching every day, seeing what I'm going to say next is a little scary.
Oh, of course. It's the comedic relief of what's going on.
It's the only relief we can get here during these times is to watch this guy make a fool out of himself. Nah, I do the best. I do the best that I can. I appreciate the updates. We are going to be talking today about the traffic shift coming up here. And it kicks off, Steve, with a road closure. Start with what's happening tonight, and then we'll talk about what this all means moving forward.
Yeah, so tonight we're working on shifting eastbound traffic onto that new pavement between Fitzroy Road and Commerce Park Drive. So from 10 p.m. tonight to 4 a.m. Saturday, we will have no through movement or left turns at the Verona Road and McKee Road interchange. So essentially, if you're on McKee Road, you cannot travel underneath Verona Road, nor can you take a left turn to go onto Verona Road. So making sure that people are aware that it's only right turns through that area, and making sure also that people just plan ahead and allow extra time to get through that. Certainly we want to make sure that we have a safe shift as possible, and so we have that during the overnight hours when there's lower traffic volumes. So tomorrow morning, people, again, be alert for those crossovers and shifts between Commerce Park Drive and Fitzroy Road, as we have everyone on eastbound, and then next week we'll work on the storm sewer work and get ready to take westbound traffic into the new median area.
Yeah, so the map we're looking at here now is what they have been doing, and you'll be switching over the other side. Does that sound correct, Steve?
Right, correct. So we're going to take off eastbound traffic there, and that's our next stage that you see on the screen, and then the green area shows what the current or the future construction will be westbound side, expanding that to 3 lanes in each direction, making those changes over at KPEC, similar to what we did at Nesbitt as well.
Yeah, it's you guys have been moving really quick on this, and you've done good here, keeping up with the photos as well, kind of showing the work here being done. Have we had any hiccups so far this year as far as weather or anything? I mean, it seems like we've gotten off to a really good start.
Yeah, it's been going very well. Certainly, knock on wood that we continue to progress to that. Granted, we're only the first week of June here, and still about another 4 months of construction on McKee. But a lot of that work, I think crews are excited to see this final section of the project be completed. This is really the last piece of the entire Verona Road project. We started all this in 2013, and this is the last 4 months of the Verona Road project. So that in of itself is really exciting, and something that everyone should get behind and look forward to end of October, beginning of November to have the entire Verona Road project done.
I can't even imagine when you say that being done. I'm not prepared, Steve. I'm not prepared for it to be done. We've been together so long. I don't know how to just end this. It'll be so weird, but it'll be so nice.
There'll be other construction projects, other transportation improvements throughout the area. Obviously, Fitchburg Transportation Projects is doing a great job with Fish Hatchery Road and McKee and other sections as well. But there'll be more projects in the future, I'm sure.
Fantastic. And as far as any more shifts go, then this should be it then, correct? As far as the final stage go, I'm sure there might be some minor movements maybe, but this, like you said, this is really it.
Right. This is it. This is really taking us into the next section. We'll work on the asphalt and concrete paving through that area later this summer, and then into the fall, taking traffic onto the respective sides. So eastbound on eastbound, westbound on westbound, and then working in the median area and making those final tie-ins, especially making that single point interchange at County PD and Verona Road and tying in those ramp connections through there.
Yeah, are we getting a lot of, so I know we're not able to have any open houses yet, Steve, at this point. Do you guys have any plans for those in the near future? And while you're not doing it, can you tell folks how they can get involved with the project if they have questions?
Sure. So obviously right now with the current health situation, there's different phases as part of the Badger Bounce Back Plan. And we're working, the state of Wisconsin is working closely, or the government is working closely in accordance with that. And so that's something that in the future, certainly there could be public meetings. Right now, we don't have any of those. Those are temporarily suspended. People can still stay connected through our project website, veronaroadproject.wi.gov. On there, we have our construction schedule, exhibits of the improvements, as well as the option to sign up for email updates, just clicking that, entering your name and email address, and getting those weekly notifications directly into your inbox. And of course, our favorite one where Jeremy and Andrew find all the photos is our Facebook page. Just search on Facebook, Verona Road Project. Follow us and stay connected on what those behind the scenes operations throughout the work zone.
Yeah, you've been doing a really good job at getting photos of the area, and it helps show that progress as crews move forward. Just looking ahead then, as you said, once they move over, things will be moving pretty quick here as far as getting the storm sewer in and then all my favorite grading, aggregate, and more. I've never said aggregate so many times than I have in the last
well, and I know last year when we talked too about the Williamsburg Way Bridge and County PD Bridge, the word of the day was abutment. And so I'm glad that we can keep with the A words here.
Steve, I don't know how you if you put up with me all these years. I don't get it, but I appreciate your time as always. Tell everybody hi for us down at DOT, and we'll check back in with you real soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, Steve Tyson there. Always a sport for being on the show. We appreciate his time, and I'm just still gearing up to see him go. Cheer. All right, till the next update, which actually happens on Monday. We'll keep you up to date through any other updates Steve has to pass on. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
I got into business as a hobby. I wasn't really thinking seriously. I said, somebody needs to teach me so I don't go bankrupt. So I went to a store and I met Terry. I talked to her about my party business. This woman understands what I'm saying. There are people with amazing knowledge right there and free. My table linen entertained the First Lady and the Russian First Lady. That's good enough for me.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today, my favorite folks from the Fitchburg Public Library. We've got Tim and Kristen.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. How are we doing?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, doing great.
Doing great. Kristen, how you doing?
Great.
I see one person took advantage of promoting the library. The other person didn't comb their hair. We'll let you decide which person that is. It's me with the hair. I didn't. This is just
I should have done that library thing, I'm telling you.
Hey, thank you both for taking the time. I appreciate it. We talk about what's happening at the library for the upcoming month. Normally right now we would be celebrating the summer reading program like at full bore here, but things have changed a little bit. But it doesn't mean that summer reading has ended. Tim, tell us a little bit about the summer reading program that's now off and running.
Yes. So our summer reading program started this week. So it started June 1st and it runs through August 8th. This year it's kind of the same program, but it's just doing it a little different. So we are offering it virtually at home. So people can sign up through Beanstack. Beanstack is a software from Zubeen that helps you track your reading. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and sign up with Beanstack. They can access the tracking sheets or the tracking logs via their computer or their mobile device. And then just like in years past, they have opportunities to read throughout the summer and earn prizes along the way. The prizes will all be available later on this summer when we're back open to the public, and they can come in and pick them up. And it's really exciting. It's the first time we've offered it online, but you know, reading is important. Especially we think for the young kids to continue reading throughout the summer so they don't have a little drop off in their skills and they keep it up. So we thought, why not sign up for this? Hopefully we can reach out to people beyond the wall, outside the building, get them at home and keep them reading.
Yeah, I think everybody's looking for something to do, and especially for the kids, this gives a great incentive to do that reading and continuing it through the summer. Great opportunities there. Kristen, another opportunity is the programming online as well. So we know we can't get those youngsters into the building, but we're doing our best to reach out to them. How has that been going?
Yeah, it's been going really well. We really miss having everyone come in the building, but if you haven't had a chance, check out our Facebook page. We've been posting stuff almost daily now. So there's everything from how-to videos, challenges, there's look and finds, there's even stuff for adults on there. Some of the other kids stuff we have going on, if you happen to go to our Facebook page, make sure you also go to groups and join our Read Together at Home page. There you can get access to all of our story times and our read alouds. And I actually just finished up reading Kate V. Camillo's The Tale of Despero, so the entire story will be on there if you want to take a listen. All our preschool story times and lap sit will be on there as well. We've got some really fun upcoming videos that are going to post. There'll be some experiments. Lynn is working on challenges. She's going to post a challenge every Friday. And the first one posted today, I think it's draw with your toes. So draw a picture with your toes, send it to us.
Oh man, I haven't. I don't know that I could bend over enough to reach my toes to even do that. So
need someone else to put a pencil in your toes there.
Tim,
that's how I pick things up, man. 3 kids, one in the arm, one on the side. I gotta just reach with my toe, pick that up, and move it over.
Tim, next time you're in our studio, I expect to see that done. Not touching any of the Fact TV equipment, of course, but you bring your own paper and pencil.
We should have a challenge. That sounds great. We could see who could pick up the most stuff and move it in a certain amount.
So I definitely expect you to email in your draw with your toes, and we'll post your challenges.
Post the challenges, yeah.
Yeah, do you turn that into a turkey like when you trace your hand? You know, what do you put the toes? What does that turn into? I don't know. Foot, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there is that. I'm really happy that you guys are able to keep the programming going. Kristen, from your standpoint, keeping kids active during this time, keeping them engaged in so many different ways is so super important, and probably benefits the parents as well.
Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there. It's really easy for kids to just kind of get on a device and sit, but it's nice when we can, you know, have our faces out there and show familiar faces in the library, and we get excited when we can see people like our page, and hopefully with these challenges and things, it'll be interactive. We can see what the kids do again.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, turning towards the drop off and pickup. So you've been doing curbside pickup now for a few weeks, and now are accepting book returns. Give us an update on where things stand, and that you should get there quickly if you're returning books.
Yeah. So we're doing curbside 4 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. There's a 2-hour window to call in, and then we also have a 2-hour window where we set all the items out for people. Just this week, we started accepting returns in our return bin, our drive up drop. And then, my suggestion would be come early if you want to be able to return items. We have so many bins that we can take. We're quarantine items that come in and everything. So we have so much space that we can take and then put the stuff to the side for a few days. So the bins fill up pretty quickly, but it gives the people a chance to return their items, and then they can check out new items at the same time. So,
Are we having any trouble, like, I know a lot of people picked up books and stuff, but what do you really have out there for people to pick up? How is that working for you to keep books coming and going still like it was before?
Yeah, so, before we closed, we got hit pretty hard with everybody coming in to get their items. So we definitely don't have the same amount of inventory available that we did. But it's working really well. As long as the items are available at our library, we can then pick them off the shelf and then have them available for pickup for patrons. Right now, we're not doing it where you can get something from another library very quickly. Like, people can place holds for the items, and delivery is starting to send holds from other libraries and stuff like that. But that's still taking quite a bit of time. All the different libraries in the system aren't working at the same pace. So as long as the item's available at Fitchburg, we can usually pull that item off the shelf and get it for patrons.
Well, I appreciate all the work you guys have been doing over there. I know it's not easy. A lot of people have a lot of questions and want to get back in the library, and I know you guys are doing everything you can to get it back up and rolling. So thank you so much for your hard work during this time. And check out the website if you haven't. And get on the Facebook page and check into the groups. As Kristen said, a lot of great programming over there. I want to take on some of these challenges with Tim. Maybe we need like a little scorecard here in the side, like Tim 0, Jeremy 0, because none of us can complete the challenge. But whatever.
On the website, patrons can find all the information they need about curbside pickup. They can also find all the information they need about summer reading and the types of prizes they can earn, and even for adults, we have raffle drawings and stuff like that. So just visit our website, and they'll be able to find all that information.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you guys so very much. Stay safe out there, and we'll check back in with you next month.
Sounds great. Thanks much.
All right. It's our friends from the Fitchburg Public Library, Kristen and Tim. Appreciate their time. And got any questions, you can check in the library. Start with the website. That's the best place to get the best information. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Some chores you dread. You do them. But that doesn't mean you're happy about it. Then there's registering with the Selective Service. If you're a young man turning 18, the law says you have to register. It'll keep you eligible for college loans, government jobs, and training, and it only takes 2 minutes, which makes it not only your most important chore, but the easiest. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov or the local post office.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for today, I want to thank our friend Steve Tyson for joining us to give us an update on the Verona Road project. We'll have the full update on Monday coming up for your Verona Road construction project, and we'll hear more from Steve that day. And our friends at the Fitchburg Public Library, always appreciate them stopping by. Remember to stay connected with Fact TV all weekend long. It's fun, it's fast, it's free, and we're available everywhere. We hope you have a fun and safe weekend, everybody. I will be back here on Monday. Have a good weekend.